Like, hello, everybody.
Hello. We are back from NYC. So
we back.
Oh man.
It was very, very fun. It was very good. it was beyond good. Actually, it was actually really good. For those of you, if you're here watching with us, and we met you there, we met a lot of people. I think one thing that a lot of people will become jealous of, if they're not already jealous, is the community. People were like really, really down to earth, and I think that says a lot about, even from the top down, to all of the clone owners, about what they're doing. It was so fantastic. People were like so down to earth, and I think that's really cool. Cause I know, and I've talked about it and like I said, not to say that everybody is the same way, but the people that we really met, I think a lot of them were really genuine people as far as really wanting to see the success of artifacts. So it was fire. Just, I don't know what else you thought, but.
Oh no, yeah, it was amazing. Like she said, community is everything for every project that you're in. It's going to be successful if they believe in you. They're going to stay invested in you. It's a partnership deal. So we're very excited that we did get to meet a lot of the community members, a lot of the people that are already making moves in the space. And so it was exciting to, get it in real life and see that. I hear some feedback.
I don't know if you had a little echo, but I think you're better.
Okay, well, yeah, I think I still hear it a little bit. But yeah, it was the first in life event. The Gagosha we went to, waited out hours, wanted to make sure we didn't see Murakami in the Clone event at that gallery. We did. We seen a lot of other people there. We did get to meet some of the actual people that's in there. We met Clegg. We met Zapito as well. We met Luxons. A lot of people that's, definitely making sure that project is successful. Our founders in it, our moderators. And we met a lot of community members that, like you said, that were supportive like we are. And so it's great to have those connections and see an all-inclusive community. And like we said, we know it's important as a partnership. So yeah, we're back, and then we move on to another conference. But like you said, this one was great. It goes down in history for us. No matter what, we really did enjoy being there for the community events and the daily events that they had that day for us at night as well.
I know we were lining up. Everybody was lining up to get into our gallery, and this one brother said, he came up, he's like, "What's everybody?" Because it was so many people lined up. People were like, "What are you guys even lined up for?" And so one of the brothers said, he said, "What, y'all trying to buy y'all getting some shoes?" He said, "I only normally see lines like this when people are trying to get shoes." We were like, "No, man, it's different. It's an NFT project." But
we're trying to be connected to a shoe though. Like,
exactly.
If you're really knowing something which they don't know, I'm like, you won't realize how, a shoe is definitely connected with that, digital, and it's going to be able to be forged. And so they still don't get it. Even having conversation with people in bars, they're like, "You're crazy," but maybe it's a good crazy because they just can't figure out how you're going to get the asset off your phone. They're literally listening to like an avatar or something, like, "Well, how am I going to get it off the phone?" You try to explain, you can use it in game assets and you'd be able to use it in play to earn and identity, but it's still a disconnect with some mainstream people. But like I said, it's no problem when you were able to go and meet people that believe and have that same understanding about the success of NFT projects. It's great to actually, have conversations with people that are on the same level of you and the things that you do want to invest in, especially with NFTs. There's not a lot of people, not a big population of people that really get it. You can talk to even your family members and see that some of them just don't get it. They don't care how much money you can show them, but it's a disconnect sometimes.
I know, we've been talking about that a lot lately. And we understand, even with regular, as far as crypto, everything's still being in the red and some, trying to see if it's going to recover. But it's still a matter of, there is such a disconnect And I know a lot of us are trying to like convince our family to be like, hey, come on, you need to get on, try to do this. But again, like I said, thank God, we have been able to convince at least 3 to 4 of our actually four, it's 9 of us, 4 or 5 of us. Actually, one is it 6 or 7 of us in it? I'm trying to figure out how many are
Started
not, maybe 2
moving.
or 2 out of us are
Yeah,
not
three,
currently in.
four. Yeah.
But
And then
it's
yeah.
we've been able to convince our family, which is like a big hurdle. Not all of our family. We're trying to get even cousins and stuff like that to start getting invested into it. But it is a challenge because again, I think there is that disconnect where people say, well, oh, you can come in and you can make $10,000, $5,000, because for one, it's really not normal for you to be able to get into projects and do that well. I mean, you look at some of those things as far as, even with the artifacts events of just coming out in December. You're buying some of those things. If you were early on and you bought them, whether it was for $300 or you bought them for the $10,000 or $12,000, those things have been as high as $60,000 in a short span of time. And so, trying to convince family, listen, I think if you're not, and I get it, at some point you'd be like, listen, they just about to catch up at some other point. Because we met people like that. They were like, listen, I cannot try to convince my family. How are you guys convincing your family to get invested into this? And we're like, literally, what we did, we got on a Zoom call. And that's when we were actually opening up NBA Top Shot packs at the time, because we were definitely invested into that particular project. So we just opened up NBA Top Shot packs with them, and we're like, hey, we told you guys about buying these. This one was worth this amount. This one's worth this amount. This one's worth this amount. And then that kind of got their attention. So maybe you might have to I'm trying to give you some suggestions. Maybe you might have to try to do something like that with your family, is, literally get on a Zoom call with them and kind of show them. And then I think that will definitely help them a lot.
Yeah, send us some screenshots first. They'll believe that we're looking for a Zoom link really quick.
But wait a minute, you got to send the good family though, because if you send the wrong family, the wrong, all they gonna want is some money. So you gonna be like, nah. So you got to send the right family members the right pictures, because otherwise you be like, no, we're not doing loans. I can show you what I'm doing, but we ain't doing no loans around here. So again, I think it's if we all would just try to get 1 or 2 of our family members invested in the NFT space. And we actually met a lot of ladies there at the New York event, and they were there because either their fiance or their boyfriend were in the NFT space, but they weren't. They kind of knew about them, but they weren't in it. And we're like, nah, sis, we need you. That's all we kept saying to everybody. We said, we need you. We need more women in the space. And we're like, listen, don't just let your boyfriend or fiance get into the NFT space. Like, no, you come in and figure it out also, because there's a ton of money for all of us to be made. It's like, no, we can be very powerful within this space. Very powerful. So just going on. I've been talking. I've been so super.
Almost like Sunday service again.
Yeah, like Sunday. Yeah.
Don't mind it. Just don't mind it.
It's like, so we were excited. We were super excited. This was one of the pictures that we had, some pictures that we posted on our Facebook group too. So our free what's NFTs.com. That's our free Facebook group. So we did post some of the pictures on there. We were like, really cool. I think this was the coolest moment though, because we were at the Tropics event. And what was it? The smoke things or the fog thing? We were like,
it became zero visibility inside. It was zero visibility. Right. Let me just go breathe real quick. Let me just get a little air. It was fun, but at that point, it was like, okay, I just had to step out real quick.
Yeah. And so we were sitting there standing on the stairs right there, and then he kept out, and he was like, "Sisters NFTs," and we were like, "That's us." It was like the best moment for that to happen to us, that at that time when Click came out and said that to us. It was like people actually recognized who Sisters NFT was, and that was like come from one of the co-founders of Artifacts. It's like that was huge for us. I think many people kind of be like, well, that's what does that really mean? That's like a good thing. That means that we're doing some things within the space, and I think that was like a fantastic moment. We're like, our trip has been made. This was like pretty cool to for him to come out and say, "Are you Sisters NFTs?" We're like, that's us. So that was cool. But we do have some other shots, that we had for that event. That was with Tropics right there. And so, this is the one with Luxon. All right, I got to tell the story though, Jessica.
Oh wow!
Listen. Okay, I was literally in line because we were there was only one bathroom at this particular place, and I was just sitting there. Everybody I was talking to, I got to get a whole background. Everybody that I was talking to, I was literally like, hey, how long have you been invested in artifacts? I'm just trying to figure out if people have been early on. So when we got in with the space drips, we're like, so I'm just trying to ask people like, hey, how long have you been invested in with artifacts? And so I was talking to this one gentleman in line, and he was like, well, I don't even own any artifacts. He said, but my buddy actually is doing the event that you're at tonight. He's like, he's been trying to convince me. And I was telling him, I was like, listen, man, I was like, if you don't get invested in any project, you definitely need to be invested in artifacts. You need to do some research and figure out how to invest into this particular project. And so he goes in, and he was next in line. So he went to the bathroom. Then another gentleman was standing right there. And I literally was like, well, hey, how long have you been invested in artifacts? And he goes, I'm part of the team. I was like, oh my God. But to my defense, this is literally to my defense, it was actually Luxon. And I said, I literally, because I had never seen a picture of him. So that to my defense, I had never ever seen a picture of him. And I just felt like that. And I was like, oh, how do you get out of this one? I was like, look, I said, I do know who you are. Literally, I do. Because I was going to go skydiving. When they were talking about doing the skydiving before he hurt his back, Massey and I were talking about, well, it's going to be the first time skydiving, but this might be kind of cool. So let's go see if we're going to do the skydiving with Lux. And so I was literally going to go skydiving. And
for no reason.
For no reason. I do have a thrill to do that one day. So I am going to do that one day.
I'm not going to say what I said before.
But that was kind of embarrassing when I did see him. And I was like, so every time after that, we'd be walking we were walking from one event to the other event. He stopped and talked to us. And like I said, I think that was powerful because, again, the community being like it is and sitting there and people being able just to talk to you, he was normal. It wasn't like he was like this stuck up person because, you get some people in company, they be stuck up. None of them have been stuck up as far as that. They're really down to earth and really, really talk. But he laughed. So it's like an inside joke. Like that was my moment to put my embarrassing moment out there to say, hey, I did ask him how long has he been invested. He just kind of chuckled. So, but that was a picture with us with Luxon. So let me keep on going. And then we have this gentleman here. He did all the sweatshirts. The sweatshirts were like phenomenal. Really, really good for the sweatshirts that we were just getting our packages done for that. So that's another picture. And then we saw Ferocious too. Ferocious was at the art gallery. Got a couple pictures with her and some videos also there. I don't know where
Who was there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. Wisby was there. Let's see, Farouk was there. Some other people that were heavy in the NFT space and have their own projects and art and stuff were definitely there for that moment because, especially like I say, it's at the Gagosian, digital art NFTs meets regular art setups, or what would say museums or galleries. There we go, art galleries. And so that was just historic within itself. So some people that are definitely in the space were already there and sharing that moment. And even this one, like this is some of the stuff they had on display for at the night event that they had. That Murakami came out. So he was out there.
Murakami was You think Murakami, you see that picture, you be like, oh, he don't really dance. He can't really do nothing. He just like out there.
He was out there.
Man, they had them beat running. He had his hands up in the air. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, and they hosted it very well. Everything, they had a lot of stuff out there for the people that you can get if you wanted to and eat. And then even gave out NFTs for people that were able to attend. We got a digital NFT, that historic NFT. It's a shirt and marking the Gagosian and Murakami event for out there. And then of course you also got a physical shirt that there's only like 888 also of those, and you got a bag. She's going to show. She opened hers. She might have. Never mind.
This bag for me, Majesty.
Yeah, we ain't going to talk about her right now.
This was Majesty
unopened.
This was Majesty. So if you can see it, this is a cool shirt. Has a logo on there, and then this is the back side of the shirt too. It was pretty cool. So cool gear. If I could reach this other bag right here, I'll grab it here shortly. But it did have a purse to it also. Majesty will come in and help me. Majesty or Miles will come in and help me grab this doggone bag. I can't reach it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so but I thought these pictures, these were really cool to even to see just some of the stuff how they had it on display, even with the shoes of how they look. And there's a picture with this, even with Click. That wasn't Click. That was the Pedo on that one. And so, can you hand me that bag there? All right, so So again, we had a fantastic time at this particular. Thank you very much. And then this was the bag that some of the bags had a shirt in them. So this was again the bag that you would have gotten for going, and then this is the back side of the bag. I don't know how well y'all can see that,
with the
but
Murakami flowers.
it was cool. Our gallery was I wasn't even expecting our gallery, and then with the AR stuff, that was it the AR, Jessica, that we were able to go in and have the flowers and stuff. If you go on Twitter, you'll be able to see some of the people who had some of the stuff of how the different things were flowing at you just from going into the art gallery. Art gallery, I didn't think it was going to be that great, but it was actually that good. It was really really good. The line was long, but it was worth the wait. Okay, so again, that was us at the particular event. Fantastic event. Very very happy that we made it to this particular event. All right, and that was Roughneck, the picture, the gentleman that did the shirt. His name is Roughneck too. All right, so that's cool. All right, let's move on. This part.
Oh yeah, so some people weren't able to make the event. This is going to be, it's a solo event done by Murakami. It's not going to have anything to do kind of, with the artifact or Clonex. It's going to be his own project that he has. It's going to be releasing, but you will be able to meet at this event in LA, of course. Well, not meet, but be present in their presence to hear some of the things behind. Because even Benito being there, they'll be talking about games and other things related to the NFT space, and so that's really great to hear, especially when you can hear it directly from some of the co-founders and stuff in this space. So if you are in the LA area, and I know it's the 19th, it's like from 7:30 to 9 or 9:30. If you do want to go in there, it has the little breakdown on everyone here that will be attending. And like I said, if you are in the LA area and you're interested in, more of the culture and figuring out some of the people, if you're invested in also the Clonex project, just hearing, from some of the people that are the artists themselves and the co-founders and whoever else may be attending, it's really, important. Sometimes you can get more insight or understanding from some things. But as you can also see, it also be live streamed on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you cannot attend in LA, you just want to, maybe even hear some of the things that they may have going on or some insight of what they're doing, then you can go ahead and purchase those tickets. That's going to be coming up, I believe. What is that?
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
This Thursday. And so we would have gone this, but we will be at the VeeCon event. So that's what we're going to talk about next too. Okay, so the VeeCon for VeeFriends, remember that particular event, they did have a couple of things as far as the announcements are concerned, as far as some of the apparel and stuff that we'll be talking about on here. If you have not gotten your tickets and stuff, they still are available. Remember the 19th through the 22nd. Again, I think for us, again, we're just trying to go make more connections with people who are within the NFT space. Hopefully, it's going to be very, very good.
This one should be way better than some of the other ones where people could have been educated themselves, but it would have been put on by Gary and then all the partners that they do have and the speakers. It's going to be so much information there. You're just going to be able to pick and choose kind of what you're interested in. Like even Gala Games is going to have some arcades and games there that you can also play. So it's a lot of different setups that will be there. We know augmented reality, virtual reality, hopefully some other things that we can be able to do because, of course, they want to relate a lot of the things that they're building into and, bring it out to the physical world of what you can incorporate or give you an idea of how the game can be played if you are looking to invest. So, if the prices may continue to go down, you do have to go to like an app and do some things. Of course, the closer it gets, the more they're going to go lower because whoever's not attending may just want to sell it. Maybe at some point they'll go back to a collector's item or be looked at value because they're the first VeeCon event that took place. So some people are over here buying them. As you hear, they're currently the highest offer is
Somebody just bought that one, so can't show that one. But they're 0.17, 0.174. We'll just go to this one just in case. So $359, about $359 is what they're running. The other one, I think it just sold before I clicked it. The one at 0.717.
And like they have their own scarcity as well. I mean, he hasn't said anything about them, but they do have their own scarcity applied to that.
Yeah. So now it's not too late. Like I said, if you do plan on being at this particular event, I think it's again as more and more people continue to try to get together. Hopefully it's going to be, like you said, have some good speakers that are going to be talking about stuff and not just there to just show their own projects. I think people have a right to talk about their project. I'm not saying that at all. I think there is that part, but there is the other part too, where people would still like to know some of the technology aspects of things. So, And then they're definitely going to have apparel available. I think it said on Friday, so there is going to be limited quantities as far as some of the different items that you can get for the apparel. So this one is 600 total, and they are going to also have a limit on the number of items that you can get for some of these things. Okay, so Friday 8 a.m. Okay, so that's cool. 8 a.m. to 9:30, and then 12 to 3. All right, cool. Okay.
Oh yes, OpenSea takes measures to deter. You know, I can't even see. There we go. Measures to detect and crack down on fake NFTs. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. Of course, we know people can copy paste projects, and then some people are buying those projects, and they have no value. And the only person that's making the money is the person that went and copied and pasted the project. So, you know, that's really important. No matter how we look at it, to be able to go and authenticate and have items that someone can't copy. The Bored Apes were like massive with that. I think every blockchain ended up having something renamed to maybe where it's at or something. So OpenSea is going to try to deter that from their site, because it's a lot on OpenSea. Like literally every time a project comes out, there's another project that's copied paste that project within a minute or so coming out. So hopefully they can do that. They do have some stuff that they say here is they're going to use AI backed automated image recognition systems, and then also have a human assistant that will also go over and detect that. So hopefully it works, especially if they're using the AI technology with that. They can be able to crack down on some of that so people aren't getting scammed. Because it's really important, if people are getting scammed in this space, they're going to leave this space. And it's important to also have other people that want to invest in the projects that you want to invest in, of course, to create more value. We have 1 million people coming in for that 10,000 project. Of course, there's going to be more scarcity, but if everybody's leaving the market because they feel like they're getting scammed, then that's not good for us, even the ones that's in the market. We don't want that. And, crypto just became not a scam, a week ago. So honestly, it's like, that's how people's mind frame are. They're barely really getting the thought of that crypto is legal, and now they're seeing it everywhere. And some of them still are, hesitant. But if we can get sites like this that are getting all that volume of millions of billions of dollars into their site, if they can do this, and it makes it great for the people that are putting out their projects, the people that are invested in those projects, and not just the scammer that is making money from scamming other people.
All they do is scam all day. They be like, that project, just let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next one. So, like I said, hopefully they can crack down, because we do need new people in the space for sure. Especially like I said, if we want to continue to have prices go up.
Yeah. Coinbase was supposed to do that, but we can tell that that's its own problem right now. They've even slowed on hiring, and that was somewhere I was like, Coinbase hiring for $300,000 a year on NFT stuff. Like I was like, I considered going back to work over there. I was like, shoot, $300,000 a year, and it's NFTs. I love NFTs. I'll go into that.
Now, you're like, can I work from home too?
Yes. Yes, that's a Coinbase NFT was the longest, slowest rug. So true, because like literally it was pumped up. People thought that once we get that Coinbase, all those wallets that are able to now use their credit cards, it was like the market was going to be on fire, and it has been the exact opposite of that. So yeah, it's a lot right now.
Yeah,
and then they lost a lot of value. So they had to think of something to do. Some of the stuff they did, even with the NFT platform, I don't know if they really completely thought about, but yeah, it did not make no profit over there at all. People were not trying to go over there and take their items and sell them on there at all.
Yeah, and hopefully, like I said, if they can get the right team, I think so. A lot of the companies that still try to feel like they can just come in and just hop into the crypto space or the NFT space without knowing how it really, truly works. Because there is a regular basic business model aspect. Okay, that's fine. But then when you're over here in this crypto thing, it's very different. And if you don't have the right team that's a part of you, and it's just like the regular same people who wear suits and ties, they're good, but they may not be as good in what you need to make your NFT site work like it should work.
And they don't even understand nothing. They don't understand nothing. They go non-fungible token. They looked at a digital asset. They looked at
it. You did not say they looked that up. And they just read the definition.
If you're coming literally, if you have been doing tech and no NFT knowledge, you're not even getting the understanding of a digital asset and how it relates to your identity or anything. It means like it goes over your head. So you're building something that the community and people that aren't even going to understand because you don't even understand the importance of a community. Probably, you're not even coming into it looking at it as a partnership relationship. Authenticates it, verifies. It's gonna, nobody is thinking like that when they're coming in. They got to be trained themselves.
They
So
have to train. They
yeah.
bring people. They bring a group of people in to train them.
Yeah, because most people in NFTs feel like we don't gotta work. Like, why would you have to work? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
depending on what you're doing in it and stuff. But 300,000, I would about to say I'll go work maybe for like.
Especially if you can work from home.
Now they backing up they hiring because of the low market, but I might go. No.
You might do that. Buy somebody, get a few more NFTs off that capital,
I'm
and then just
telling
go.
you, that's all they be going to.
Like, I'm only gonna be here for like 2 months. Yeah, really.
Straight to NFTs.
You get 2 checks, you be gone. Like,
Right.
nah, I done made my salary this month. I'm good. All right, let's start with the Central Land. I know the fashion, they had that big fashion thing that was coming up for that week long. And I think, again, we keep talking about it as far as, how the metaverse aspect, a lot of these things are still, we're like super early. So you're going to have the bumps in the road. There's no way around it. I think, but again, I think when you start looking at it from the business aspect, to be able to be early and to try to figure these things out so that when the masses do come, you're ready and you're in line and you hit all the bumps in the road. I think that's good. And so I think for people who are in this fashion aspect, you need to be attending these things. You need to be trying to figure out what are people selling, how much money are they making. I think the one thing that new people always make and I think we talk about it a lot, they always make the mistake of is like they try to come out and they want to sell it for $1,000 or $1 million, and because it's like they know it's the best one. It may be the best one to you, but it doesn't mean it's the best one for someone else. And I think a lot of people don't. If you just look at your business aspect of saying, you know what, maybe I'm going to come on in the first one, I have to sell at a discounted rate just to start getting your name out there. Then at that point, then you can ask whatever you want. But a lot of the new people just simply say, hey, I'm coming out and this is all I'm asking for and this is all I'm going to get. It don't work that way. People in NFT be like, okay, well, you just hold on to your stuff and I'll wait till it comes down a little lower. So again, this was in the Central Land, this event, and I thought one of the cool things, this Dress Excite. So, and I know we've talked about this, Jessica. There were some other ones that we've given out before too. But just to be able to upload your photo if you want to upload your photo, to see how the digital things will look on you. I think that's pretty cool. When you're able to go on and see those different things, that makes a big difference in the space. Well, where were we at when our was it my brother and then my brother-in-law who had the artifact shoes on when we were in New York? They kept snapping pictures.
Oh, the filters,
The
yeah. Oh,
filters.
yeah, yeah, right. He sure was. They put the artifact because they had the Snapchat filters as well, where you can just put on things, see how they're gonna look. And some things will also be, for you to be able to go buy that wardrobe. You can see how it will fit against your skin in the metaverse, or just right here on the even straight on the screen, so that gets you an idea of, okay, maybe I would like this color on me. And so it's going to be a lot of things, especially in the fashion industry, that is going to just make it boom. A lot of things to be eliminated, as we've talked before, like even cost and waste. People buy a lot of clothes that they don't even wear or can't, just a lot of different things. And so there are a lot of different apps even right now that are coming out besides Snapchat filter, that you can literally change the clothes right in front of you and see how it does fit on you or see how it does look on you. And so a lot of people, especially in that space, even with how they're training and in college, a lot of them are now even, doing 3D designs incorporated into the college and what they're learning. So it's just how it's going to be. It's digital. But like I said, a lot of these things, you can view it on you, but you can also generally be able to also buy that item. Or some will just be filters for you to only see through that filter. But there will be ways also that's good for you to see, like the color. You see the black difference against the gold. He might like it. It is what it is.
It could save me a lot of money because when I'd be like, I don't feel like trying on the clothes. If I could just like see it, like, okay, no, that ain't me. After you put it on, be like, that's really not me. That would save me a lot of time and a lot of money. So I know, like I said, like things that the technology is still definitely going that way. But I thought that was funny with my brother-in-law. They just had their shoes on, just sitting back, just looking like, look at these. I was like, okay, we get another picture. This is the funniest thing ever, but it was pretty cool to see that. So another site. All right, this is the baseball.
Oh, yep. So, all right, enters baseball through home run partnership with MLB. You know, MLB is like also had some partnership with Candy, even maybe even did some stuff before with some other projects and platforms, Wax, I think, as well. But
Mhm.
as you see now, Sarar is going to be the next platform it is partnering with. I've seen things like, offering tickets, NFT cards as experiences, or and be able to, go to actual games. So
Mhm.
it hasn't started just yet, but as you see, it's going to take place, I believe, in summer 22. So June, July may be coming up here, and so if you are interested in some more MLB, depending on what platform you've bought in, some cards are doing well if you get in early enough, and so it's just another platform that some people aren't on, like maybe Candy and other things. So giving it to a new community of people and giving them opportunity to buy it over there will be another way to expand their brand. And she says new
Yeah.
platform will be the first free to play NFT based baseball game with simultaneously introducing the MLB 11.79 million audience. So we'll see how it does. But like I said, sometimes when you get the series one of something, that's where the most value
Yeah.
is.
That is absolutely right. Absolutely true. All right, metaverses. Again, I know we keep talking about the metaverses and all the different services that are available within the metaverse. Listen, if you're not investing in the metaverse, I don't even know what else to say. I mean, find a game, do some research as far as some of the different games. But the one thing that caught me on this particular thing was when I was looking at the market size, and I was like, well, 1.48 billion. That's a B for billion. And I'm like, this is 2021, 2025. I'm like, as far as that was in 2021. Then 2025, when you start looking as far as how many more billions they're expecting to come into the market, and this is again just a gauge as far as how early you really are within this space. So some of the ones I'm not telling you as far as if you're investing in some of the metaverses and stuff to go gun ho and put all your money in there because it's going to be the next greatest thing. I think Jessica, we've talked about this many times. As far as as technology keeps evolving, there are going to be new metaverse type things that are going to be coming out. So be selective as far as what you're getting invested in. But if there's some of the ones that are doing solid projects, you definitely need to be invested in them. And I think part of it is because I think we look at a lot, Jessica. We talk, and I think we've talked about it before. Is people who keep saying, "Well, hey, we're going to have a metaverse," but it takes time to build out that metaverse stuff. It's not like it just happens today and they're just like, "Okay, we got a new metaverse." No, or people who are doing games, it takes time for those things, and a lot of people aren't willing to give those companies that time. And so when you have a new place that's saying, "We're going to have a metaverse, we're going to have this game," that could be a process of a year or two, literally, for them to get their stuff up and running.
I put A plus to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny when we talk about that in the space because how fast crypto moves. People are expecting, they can, because they have the money, they can just go hire a studio or something and get the game, as quick as 6 months. But that's like not true at all, for true A plus games. And then we have, a lot of games being built at Epic. So you have, even MetaHumans, how things are starting to look 5D. And so that you're saying even as far as even the technology 5G 6G as that gets better, as phones we go to glasses and things like that, it will all start making sense to a lot of people. But especially with the games, get familiar with those, get the play to earns, free to play, whatever you want to do, play and learn. There's like so many things coming
mhm,
out in this space that you'll be early in and be involved in, that if you do want to invest, it's just really finding those projects that either have the right capital or the money behind them, however they've proven themselves in the space. And they're probably a lot of them, if they're in this space, like even Amico Brands, they're going and buying just people straight out and stuff like that because they made all that money even with dealing with
yeah,
Axie Infinity and stuff. So there's some definitely major players in this space that have the money to stay in this space. But you just need
mhm,
to know who to look for. So especially when it comes to metaverse, as you can even see, it's been around since like the 1980s, and there's different ways. You don't have to go into it or anything. It can be a certain type of game and different things like that. But game side of things, that's going to be probably one of the things that will easily throw in mass adoption easier because most people that are playing the games, once you can allow them to see that they can have ownership of their assets and resell something like, not of course not Fortnite skins, they have to usually sell their whole account, but just having those assets that you can spend, build up value to and then resell them, especially for the kids that we speak before, that's a whole nother game changer. They're playing games at 6, maybe even some younger, now they can be selling their game pieces, even for a couple hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars. That's game changing no matter what. So it's really great to see, some of these articles coming out. Definitely read them. If you don't understand the metaverse, there's so many things that people talk about with the metaverse, but just start reading things and researching.
So good. Alrighty. In regards to the Board Ape had put out an announcement too. So for those of you who are going to be at the NYC, the upcoming event in June, that they're going to have the Ape Fest. Okay, so Ape Fest is going to be coming Pier 17 in New York of this year, June 20th and 23rd, from 5 to 10 p.m. Okay, so that's going to be pretty cool. Apes are taking over Pier 17 in New York City for Ape Fest. All right, so just wanted to put that announcement out there. I do know that they also had a picture of the a little small trailer clip of the upcoming game and stuff of how some of those things are going to look. So again, I think that definitely numbers, like I said, of crypto is all down. So I'm not telling nobody to go buy no Bored Ape because they are not. I'm not saying that at all. But they do have ApeCoin, so that is also available too because it was down for, I think it was at 5 something, and I missed it because I think we were traveling at that time. But it is I think back at $8 something like that. I haven't even checked the market today, to be honest. Okay, so that's going to be happening. All right, man. This is about the DeFi. The DeFi attacks. I think again when we keep talking about how everybody keeps talking about, well, they're scammers. And we keep saying the same thing. Scammers didn't take a break because there's crypto. It's like now they're like high, really, really high as far as trying to do something. But I think, DeFi is definitely being attacked. When you start looking at how many billions of dollars have been lost or stolen, I shouldn't say lost, but have been stolen from all these different platforms, it's going to still continue to get even, it's not like they're going on vacation. They're going to continue to try to steal money.
It's not like it's regulated also. So it's like that you're going to go where you can scam people. Like it says 1.6 billion in cryptocurrency was stolen from DeFi platforms in the first quarter of 2022. And like I said, that's money that's lost out of the space. That's money that's, customers that's leaving the space because, of course, they've lost money now. And now you can't, it's easy. You can call your bank if you have on your bank card, you can get your money back. Over here, there is no getting it back like that. You can take some steps, and maybe some people, like you've seen before, are getting attorneys and filing certain things on OpenSea or what happened with their ape. And so when some of those things make a precedence or they decide on that, it may be something that they can stand on. But usually, there's no way you can get that money back. And so, the 1.6 billion leaving the space to just stolen. And out of the market, that's not good for us. So it's a lot going on, and since it's like an unregulated space, it's important for you to protect your wallet, protect your assets, however that is going to be. A lot of things come down to you signing things and not even realizing what you're signing away. Are you minting from a fake site, even if it's just giving out in a hacked Discord that you officially, actually join. So it is a lot of things that you have to be hesitant to or protect, or definitely don't have your 6-figure assets or assets in the same wallet that you're actively, buying in. So it is important for that this space is hackable, but this space is also, very rewarding and financially can be generational wealth. So it's important for you to protect your own assets and just don't be like I said, don't be using the same wallet you have assets in if you haven't moved to a Treasure or a Ledger by now.
Yeah. And I think one thing else important too. I know we could talk about it a little bit. Some people were like, "Well, what if this particular exchange closed? What is exchange closed?" That's the importance of making sure you have your wallets, whether you have a MetaMask, or you have a Trust wallet, or any wallet, or even your Ledger or your Treasure, of having your big assets on those particular things. Because again, it really won't matter if an exchange closes. I mean, it matters. Don't get me wrong; it will affect the market, but it really won't matter to you per se if you have your stuff in your own wallet. Because remember, as long as you have your seed phrases and stuff, you can recover your cryptocurrency. So it doesn't matter what happens on that exchange. So I just always tell people, as far as when you're buying from an exchange, or if that's how you're doing your day-to-day trading, that's your choice. I'm saying, as far as that's what you're doing, just only leave on that exchange what you're really willing to lose. Because again, if they decide that they're closing for that day or they got hacked or something, there's no control that you have for your particular assets. Okay, so again, always, if you're going to have bigger capital, make sure you have those on your other wallets that you own, and then you have the seed phrases too. Okay, so that's that. Okay, Blankos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blankos is going to be Blankos is having a drop coming up on the 18th. Okay, so it's going to be four Blankos, which is going to be on the 18th again. As I said, these actually look pretty cool. Some of them are like, they actually, I like the highlight, the neon colors.
Yeah,
One,
and then you pass it a little bit, like you said. They're also going to be letting you buy them directly on OpenSea now.
mhm.
And like a lot of times we've been going to their marketplace on the Blankos.com and then shop. But as you see here now, it's going to be telling you how creating a wallet and how to purchase ETH on OpenSea, and so you don't have to go through those steps if you're going to want to withdraw them anyway, because like all of ours are on the Blanco site, you can now withdraw them to your MetaMask, but they are only allowing certain ones to be withdrawn, like the founders editions that we have. But now, since you can also buy it on OpenSea, so you can get those assets directly into your wallets, like she's saying, and you don't hold them to any platform. And so that's going to be important too. If you do want to buy some, if you're just coming in, you can check the marketplace. I haven't even checked the marketplace lately again, but as you see, there's 0.25. And each one will have a very low mint of 300, which I usually like to see.
Yeah, I really like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them. I'm sorry. Did Mandy say something? No, sorry. Okay. Something else. The other ones are 0.152. They do have different pricing on here. And 0.075. So this one's going to have 1,000. So that's so it's due to the mint count. These have 500. These have 1,000. And then there will be 1,800. I don't know if that's total. 1,800. I wish I should have looked up what the price of what that is. Let me see if I can find the pricing of that real quick. The 0.25.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that.
But I know I said 0.25. People are like, what's 0.25? Well, today, since ETH is at $2,000, is that for something? 0.25. 0.25. So 505. Wow, is that the no? They had some other one. That's the highest one they've had, huh?
No, they had the Burberry that was like 750.
Well, so 749. It was 749. That's right. So this was
and then it's the artist too. So depending on who the artist is, if there's someone that's already known in the space, but yeah, that one's up there.
Yeah, so this one's one. The other one is 5.
300.
That one's 303.
500.
For today's price. Today's price, y'all. This is 0.05, 0.75. That one's gonna be like 151.
There's 1,000 in that one.
This one here, I didn't see the exact price.
So this will be a free one. There will be up to 1,800 Blancos given for free for the first purchases of the 3. So you got to buy all 3 and be one of the first of the 1,800, and then you'll get this one for free.
Man, how you gonna do that?
Yeah, and this mint count we have 1,800 anyway. So I'm like, that should have, yeah.
Well, we'll see. But they're pretty cool. I do like them. I really like them. So I'm gonna try to pick up some from them. Those are cool. Okay, so that's Blankos. That's gonna be coming up on the 18th. All right, moving on. The life-changing money we keep talking about. Everybody like, is it really life-changing? It's really life-changing money.
Yeah, you put out an article, of the 10 most expensive NFTs sold to date. And, of course, there's by some artists like Beeple and other people that have sold some art pieces, especially if you're talking about the 6.6 million, some people Oceanfront. But it was just, a good article seeing some of the crazy money that's been made in this space, especially for here's art X copies pieces and stuff. The money is it's to a whole other level with certain NFT projects, especially if they have history to them or were some of the first and early editions. Art collective pieces are still looking as the physical. So these are like the first, especially for digital art. It's been around for quite some time, but it's finally really really taking off with the backing of NFTs and specifically also to the artists. So you see the merge 91.8 million for those. It was those pop like those masses you could have bought. Yeah. So, but yeah, just seeing some of the money that's made for some of the artists that have come out, and they haven't. Some of them have been doing work, but some of them have been mainly some have been around less than 5 years. But yeah, it's a good article to go over and see some of the things that can happen in this space. Of course, you do have to do the work, but even as an artist,
like all you need is one. All you need is one good one. All you need is one. All you need is one of these. No, that's good stuff though.
Well, yeah, because even some of the people are, you got $1. Some of those a lot of these have come out $1. So the next time $1 Beeple comes out, there's usually like a requirement for you to be able to get it now. But a lot of people got those items at $1, and and it's you selling them for hundreds of
Need one.
thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm.
Just need one. All right, move on. All right, remember NBA Top Shot will definitely be having another drop. These are the playoff ones. So these are the ones that they're going to be having for the playoff. They're $19 a pack, and you can get one. Okay, so $19 pack, and that's going to be coming up. What I just had that in 4 days. Okay, 4 days. I had the date on the other slide. Actually, Saturday the 21st. The 21st. Okay, it's for $19. All right, so that's that. League of Kingdom.
Yep, League of Kingdom that put bots in their system to help at some point, but it's turned against them. It's still a game. People are still waiting for mainstream adoption, but the bots are an issue no matter what. They do have to figure it out. I know that in the back
Bots do help sometime though.
they do. They believe
when you're trying to get when they be pumping the project, you be like, you want the bots, and then other times you're like, get the bots out of here.
Yeah, when they drop it and only offering low balls.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the projects we're investing in with land and other things in that project. And so it was just coming out, as you see here, it's talking about, what type of game it is, and some of the things that went on with how the bots got into the system, who put them in there themselves, and maybe some of the things that were going on. But it's something that they have to figure out. It's just like every system that they've had. I mean, even with NBA Top Shots, it is what it is. Most of them, people have figured out bots, and because things are on smart contracts, sometimes it's easy to do that. Like you said, some bots can figure out things of finding the rarity of certain items if the contract isn't written right. So they should hopefully get that under control. But it's so early still in the space, and right now they're on the computer and on the phone right now. But just taking the time. It's almost like the same thing when they were playing Bitcoin games. I feel sometimes to certain things. It's not going to, I'm not saying it's all going to Bitcoin, but you're so early years in advance that some people didn't even see the value of those things. And so, still have it, but just an article that's currently talking about some of the things that the game is going through.
Using Bitcoin to buy pizzas. Like, ooh, God have mercy. That would be devastating. So, our Linktree.
Linktree is rolling out a new feature to allow creators to showcase their NFTs, and then if it's verified, it will have a hexagon, kind of the same thing like Twitter. Some people may care, some people may not. Some people actually do like having the hexagon to verify it. Some people don't want to connect their wallet to anything to verify. They don't care about that. But like I said, some people want to be able to relate their NFTs to their Linktree or to their own portfolio. So just another option that you'll be able to have if you do currently hold like a Linktree portfolio, or maybe you're an artist, or even if you just own NFTs that you want to be able to show. This will be another feature that they're going to be adding to their services. Like I said, it's kind of almost the same as how Twitter did. You're able to verify yourself by changing, connecting your wallet or whatever else. I haven't went through the process, but you will get a hexagon looking picture on that once you are able to verify it.
Good stuff. Good. Everybody trying to stay ahead. Not the 24 million Twitch. Wow.
Yeah. Twitch co-founder raised 24 million for Web3 gaming firm. Mm-hmm. So the meta theory, I didn't finish that, but yeah. So of course, Twitch is a lot of places where a lot of people go over there and share their content and playing their games live, and that's where a lot of times you'll figure out different games going on, watching people, like I said, that's in the space. A lot of gamers use that Twitch platform, and so now they're now adding 24 million to look into the meta theory of applying Web3 to that, or to themselves. Most of them will, and that's good, and still seeing money coming to space. Like I said. The market is the market. We know market cycles. This happens all the time. Sometimes it gets set different times of the year. And so, definitely just good to see, money's going to keep coming into it. A lot of people that, know the space they're not going anywhere. And so it's just, they still raising the money to do it and figure it out. And that's going to be that other, NFTs will have like a corrections. A lot of them will have corrections, but some of them are going to definitely still keep their like blue chip titles and just ride the market cycle out.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it a lot as far as and I think it's a matter as far as this is one of the opportunities too. I think for even new people, if you're new coming in, it's like once you know how to do your research and figure out, hey, what projects to go in and buy, it's the opportunity. Again, I'm not saying that today you should go buy. Again, I'm not saying that at all because again, we don't know how far the market's going to come down. But if you're going to be buying multiple items, these are times when you want to go back in and look at some of the top projects and say, hey, you know what, are they on sale right now? And where do I think that they might be going back to number wise? That's literally what we're doing. We're going back and looking at a lot of the projects that we're currently in and saying, okay, we're still up on on a lot of them, and it's just a matter of for us like which one is on sale now, which one has a solid team behind them, and which literally because like I said, you can see which projects like don't have a solid team. It's like instantly they like you went from this number and they just back down to zero. But if you do have some of the projects that are going to be here longer term, by you doing your research, I mean, there's no guarantee in life for none of it. I'm not saying that there's a guarantee in any of it, but if you can research it and figure out some of the projects that you might have missed early on that are now on sale, this is your opportunity to pick up stuff. For us, that's what we're doing. It's like, okay, this is on sale, buy that. This is on sale. We wanted 2 of those or 3 of those. Buy those items.
Artifact all. No, not financial advice. So just don't. You may already have your little good, and you just riding it out. So if you already have it, you're good. But if you're looking to make
not say artifacts, but we are buying artifacts for the record. You cannot. There are other things to buy, Jessica. There are other things. They don't think we work for artifacts. We don't work for artifacts. We really don't.
Sure don't. And that's my community right there. That's like, first I was even laughing because I haven't did so much stuff in years. But when that event came out, I feel like I had to be there with the folks or something. Like it's amazing how if you're investing in a project and researching it, and you're part of a community that really want to see the success. And then you know everything because you've either researched about it, and now you see everything coming back like fruition. Even the Nike acquiring them, and then being able to now like scale to the probably the possibilities of what they want to. It's really amazing. So like when these things come forward and stuff, that project we know because of the team that's behind it, what they've proven, the track record, their history and jobs that they've had in the space as well. And now with them having that partnership with Nike, it's like we know who has the money that can stay afloat and make it through the cycles no matter what's going on. And so a lot of projects, 99.9 of them will not be successful. And that's just period. They're not even coming out to say to be successful. They're selling you on like a copy paste project. So when you actually get to a project that has a solid team, a solid foundation, the money to be able to make to intuition or fruition, whatever they see forth to come, like it's a whole nother level of ball game of who you invest in. It's like, yeah, I can have 20 or 30 of those items and I'm perfectly fine. So some people may want to go and play games and try to buy some other little items and hope, and that's fine. Maybe you're just a flipper. I'm not even saying anything's wrong with that. But if you're talking about generational wealth, I'm artifact.
Just tell us how you really feel, Jessica. just tell us how you. Let's see what else some of the other stuff is. I haven't seen the mint vials in a while. Are those? They're 22 ETH still. They have come down a little bit.
So it's not even too many of them. Well, the price of ETH too, they come down to they were like 30. Oh, they came down 8 ETH, but ETH is down right now. So
only 27 of them available to buy. There's still 40. They're 46. This is what we do all day. Let's see what this one monolith is. So 2.9 on the monolith here. So 58, 59. And then you got, let's see what the kicks are at. I have not checked the kicks lately.
Even to talk about, I know they're putting some posts out yesterday in regards to, some articles are going to be starting to come out. Some press releases are going to be starting to be released, especially within the next 6 months, the collabs that they're going to have. A lot of different partnerships and stuff will be announced. And so as you even think about it at this point, literally there hasn't been like news released by them. These prices have been able to stay up to their price points with nothing, literally, like just even just within the hype. So now once articles start coming out and you start hearing about the collabs and the partnerships and the foraging, it's going to take itself to its whole next level of things. So a lot of us are just waiting it out. If you're buying in the dip, you might be buying shoes or skin vials, buying in the dip. Some of the vials are still at higher prices depending on if it's like an angel or not. Or even Murakami.
I'm sorry. I was just talking. I didn't even see that. Look at the angel ones are there. I don't have the other link for the other one for some reason. I couldn't find it. That's the robots. So the robots right there. The robots are 2.49.
And that's, I think, with them equipped is how it's showing right now.
And angels are at 9. Demons are at how much? 5.91. Oh, that's
Oh, Angels.
yeah. And the
So
reptile, I want a reptile so bad. I'm thinking, God, it's still at 30. I don't think they're coming back down at all.
only three there too that's
Only
listed.
85. I guess I do need to open mine. Mm.
Just depends. I ain't gonna play all of them. Got them. Just let me
I
get it.
still have a few to open. Man. Mm. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, that's good stuff. All right, good. Listen. I think that's it for today. So remember, again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us. If you do have friends and family, remember what's NFTs.com. That is our free Facebook group where we'll still continue to put that information out there for you all. Like as the NFT space is fantastic. I mean, that's what y'all will see us every week. We are the NFT addicts. We don't even care if you talk about us. We really could care less if you talk about us. If you want to talk about us, talk about us. But it is like we don't care. NFTs are like here. We're doing very very well within the NFT space, and we're still trying to continue to find the next new project. That is what we try to do as far as coming on and trying to share with you guys. But again, I think it's more important to get educated, and you have to get some education before you, especially if you're new, before you just hop in here and start losing money, and then you're gone for life. That's the worst decision you're ever going to probably make. I promise you. You'll be looking back like, I wish I had just stuck it out. I wish I had, and don't be that I wish person. It's literally, if you take the time to get educated, it's definitely worth it. And so we do have our monthly membership too. If you'd like to join, we'll be putting that on our Facebook group. But again, if you want to just go to our free aspect, it's what'snfts.com. That's available for free. And again, we do have our monthly subscription if you'd like to join us there also. So just, I don't know if I covered everything. If not, just tell. Did
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We're going to VeeCon. We'll see y'all next week. More stories from VeeCon to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we will be at VeeCon this week. We go hopefully hopefully it's gonna be great. I know the weather is gonna be a little bit rainy on a couple days or something, but overall, as long as it ain't snowing, I think I'm gonna be all right. Because these California people, yeah, I mean, we'd be like, it's like it's cold, it's 60. It's freezing cold. And y'all be like, this, they got on shorts. I'm like, what are these people doing walking around with shorts on? I got a jacket, extra shirt on, and everything else. I'm like, oh lordy. So, but again, thank you all again for hopping on with us. Hopefully, you got some value out of what we've put out today. Again, we will see you all again same time next week. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys have a great one.
Yes, have a great one.